Hello, my name is Jane Acosta. I'm going to speak to you about total quality management, an intervention at the organizational level using a systems approach. Total quality management is an all-inclusive way of continually improving product quality within the organizational structure. TQM utilizes a systems theory approach to and specialized tools for solving problems and increasing quality to both internal and external customers. The application of TQM is normally necessitated by a required change and implemented through interventions led by either an internal or an external organizational development practitioner. In order to understand TQM, there are several key terms that need to be defined. What is a product? Well, a product is any goods or services output from an organization to the end user or customer. What is an event? An event is a single occurrence of some issue. What is a problem? A problem is a pattern of events, repetitive occurrences of issues. Something that happens over and over is a problem and requires fixing. What is an organizational intervention? For OD purposes, organizational interventions are the mechanisms to assess and implement change in organizational culture, processes, structure, transorganizational and interorganizational, directional, quality, and/or dialogic. What is the systems theory? Systems theory approach encompasses the idea that organizational structure is comprised of an array of subparts and utilizes root cause analysis for correction to problems rather than symptom fixes. Systems thinking takes into account all inputs and processes required to deliver the product to the end user or customer. Feedback is used to change inputs or processes in order to improve that product. Intervention is the stage of the OD consulting process in which strategic development of actions and the implementation of change takes place. Before an intervention can be implemented, the following stages must happen: entry, contracting, data gathering, diagnosis, and feedback. Techniques for measuring systematic processes use statistical tools which allows determination of the accuracy and productivity of each process, as well as charting and mapping that information. This is referred to as statistical process control, or SPC. Because TQM is a whole systems approach, all employees at every level must be accountable for the quality of his or her input and output within the entire organization. Additionally, a significant amount of training is required when utilizing specialized tools for analysis and improvement. Halpern and Naylor assert that total quality management can be defined as creating and implementing organizational architectures that motivate, support, and enable quality management in all the activities of the enterprise. Likewise, Mersha states that TQM implementation involves introducing a major change to the organizational culture, and to succeed, it must be based on the objective analysis of the specific organization's internal and external environment. So it's very dependent on the type of business or organization that you're working with. TQM intervention. The general consensus is that TQM is a management tool that subscribes to a top-down approach to quality. Top management commitment and support is a precondition and requirement for the success of TQM. Education and implementation of practices takes place in a cascading style with each level passing the message to the next lower level within the organization. In other words, the CEO passes down to his management, who passes down to the third level worker bees. Now, this is a simplistic organizational chart. In many organizations, there are 5 and 6 levels deep of information in an organization. The framework of an organization is important to the TQM intervention process using the systems approach. Peters and Waterman claim that research told us that any intelligent approach to organizing had to encompass and treat it as interdependent at least 7 variables: structure, strategy, people, management styles, systems and procedures, guiding concept and shared values, the culture, and the present and hoped for corporate strengths or skills. There are 5 basic activities of TQM. First, you must identify customers and what they value at all levels. The top management must support the quality effort in the organization and should meet regularly to assess the organizational products and services. TQM also emphasizes meeting the needs of internal customers for the departments that serve other internal to the organization, such as finance and human resources. Secondly, identify products and services provided. Customers should be asked which products or services they value, how they use those products or services, and what improvements would make the product or services even more valuable. Define processes. Flowchart techniques are used to document the actual process in use today with all its flaws, including rework, testing, and quality checks. Employee teams can document processes and point to common problems or errors in the process. Step 4. Simplify the process. Like quality circles, ad hoc cross-functional employee teams can take ownership for process improvement activities as those closest to the action. Unnecessary process activities can be combined with others or eliminated to streamline the number of steps required. Continuously improve. Incremental process change can be made regularly when data from SPC charts and root cause analysis tools prove that there is a fault in the process. SPC charts show the standard variations in the process so that when a process exceeds these levels, action can be taken to understand and correct where errors are occurring. Management must rely on data such as quantitative charts to make decisions rather than making decisions on a hunch or best guess. In other words, you have to have key performance index indicators, information. It has to be qualifying and quantifying in order to make a change. You're not just going to go around willy-nilly making a change. A number of highly specialized tools and techniques that may consider to be part of TQM effort include the following: benchmarking, continuous improvement, Kaizen, concurrent engineering, any number of these that are talked about. Following is an example of Kaizen event technique utilizing a systems approach and activities. It illustrates how to facilitate a change when an event takes place from discovery and determination of a problem through the action and transformation to the final product and feedback loop referenced as process monitoring and change control plan. There are many activities involved in a Kaizen event. Examples, it requires special knowledge and training as well as access to data. Additionally, other techniques such as Six Sigma are used in conjunction with Kaizen event technique in order to produce the outputs required. So you may have, look at the examples from my own work at my company as an example. As you can see, we have the 3 stages of the systems: input, transformation, and output. We start with documenting. We go through, we process, but within this, let's say that someone is required to develop and prioritize a multi-generational process improvement plan. Well, whoever is assigned this task may use Six Sigma to do that. So you can use any number of tools within total quality management in order to produce the desired effect, which is an improvement to your overall process and quality of product that you're producing for your customer. I want to thank you for your time. If you have any questions, you feel free to email me. Thank you.